Her latest book is called Playground Millionaire, How to Set Up Your Kid to Be Millionaires in the Future. Her motto is each one, teach one, and no family must be left behind. I know we stressed for time, so without any further ado, I'd like to introduce Odetta King, who will make a presentation this evening. Thank you.
Hello. Oh, can you guys? Oh, hello. Can you guys hear me? Awesome. Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can.
Oh, awesome. Guys, I am super excited hearing all of your announcement, and especially the seniors trip going to France. That's amazing. So my name is Odetta King, as Miss Tappan said, and it's such an honor. It's such an honor being on this Zoom to share some financial information with our future colleague and scholars. Am I getting okay? The future scholars that we have, that you guys are doing such an amazing job. So thank you so much for, being out in the forefront and doing everything that we can to help our kids graduate and have a good education. So where I come in is I'm going to talk about the money part.
You're muted.
Oh.
Go to hearing.
Oh. Are we good now? I think when they muted everyone, they muted me by accident. So like I was saying, thank you guys so much for allowing me the opportunity to come back again and share information with you guys to make sure our scholars really are, not only that they're going to graduate on time, but my job is really to talk about the money portion. Right. So how many of you are saving money for your kids already? And you can probably, I like interactions. If you could put a chat or put a 1 or a 2 or a comment or yes or no. Are you guys saving for your kids in preparation for once they're done with school and they're going to go off to college? Are we saving money for them? Yes, no, maybe, not right now. Let's see. So we see yes, yes. Good. I love it. That's good that we're saving money. So saving money is definitely the first start. But where? Where are we saving this money? Are you guys saving the money in a 529, in the bank, in an IRA, mutual fund? Where are you saving that money? And you don't have to call the name of the company. This is just to play along with me. 529. Okay, I see that. What else? Where else are we saving it? 529 again. Okay, so either 529 or where? IRAs. Okay, IRAs 529. Okay, just as I expected, right? What can you believe? What if I tell you, right? And that's the exact reason why I wrote this book, Playground Millionaire. I go around to several different schools. Playground Millionaire was birthed. And by the way, if you want a copy of this book, all you need to do is just text me and I'll ship it to you, because I'm really big on making sure that what we've learned when it comes to money is good, but there are better ways for saving. And I'm going to share my screen. Do I have access to share? Can I have access to share my screen? If someone can disable it, it says I need to be disabled. 529 is a good start, right? And I talked about it in this book on page. Nice. I give you guys a nice graph, right? So there's a breakdown of where most people are going to be saving their money, pros and cons, right? So 529 is definitely in there, right? Banks are definitely in there, right? IRAs are definitely in there. But knowing all of your options and you pick and choose which one is best once you know this information, I promise you guys that if you know what I know, and this is why I do what I do, you will never put your money in a 529. So thank you. I do have access to share. So like I said, I really applaud you guys for even saving money. That's the first start, right? We want to make sure that these kids graduate student loan free. I teach at St. John University, and 90% of my students, they come from parents with money. They come from money, but they're still getting free money. They're still getting free money. In fact, I've had a student tell me the only reason why he chose St. John University is because that's a school that gives him most money, right? So why do we not want to use a 529? I'm going to show you a better alternative. Money in the bank is good, but it's not going to give you much interest. I'm sorry. Google the average interest in the bank. It's 0.0 whatever. That's never going to double, right? So money in the bank, although it's good, it's not going to work for us because the interest is too little. Money in a 529, yes, that has the potential of growing, but let's look at a side-by-side comparison. 529 is a tax advantage, which is good. So what does that mean? As we put the money in this account, we've already paid the tax. So once we're ready to take it out in the future, it's tax-free. That's great. But I'm going to show you an alternative as well. All right, IUL is where we recommend you want to save the money, and you're going to see why. IUL is a indexed universal cash value policy, right? 529, you, the donor, stay in control. Same thing with an IUL. You, the donor, stay in control. No difference there. 529 is a fixed account. So there's different types. You could have a fixed account where the interest is fixed, which is not good, right? Because everything around us, can we all agree everything is going up? Cost of living is going up. Inflation is going up. Everything is going up. But is our money going up, right? So it also, you could have a variable option. Variable, if you Google the word, it means it's up and down. It's up and down. So what if the year you guys, your kids are ready to go to college, the market did what they did in 2001, in 2008, in 2020, and even this year, we're down 40%, 30%. What if you had saved up $100,000 in your 529 because they told us that's what we should do and that's what we did, and now boom, the year your kids are ready to go off to college, you thought you had 100,000, but you just lost 40% in the stock market. And little Johnny is supposed to go to college, NYU, in September. And in August, you just lost 40 grand, right? So with a 529, the money can be either in a fixed account, which is kind of good. You're not going to lose, but you're also not going to gain much. Or most people, they put it in a variable investment where they could have growth, but there's no guarantee. They could also lose money. Index, you still also have fixed options. You still also have variable option. But the option that I show my clients included some of you guys that are on this Zoom or in the classroom, your kids are my clients, or you are my clients, right? You guys have index options. So index options means you never lose money when the stock market drops. Index options mean you're also not going to pay tax in the future. So if your child has, or you have 100,000 in that index account, it's 100,000. If the stock market dropped tonight, tomorrow, September 11th, whatever, whenever, you do not lose a penny. That's how you know that you know your kids is going to have money when they're ready to go to college. All right? 529 is very limited. It's only for college. I'm sorry, but even though we want our kids to go to college, the reality is some of them may not want to go to college. Right? There's different ways to be successful, right? So they may want to go to trade school. They may want to start a business. They may want to do something besides college. And what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Do you guys know what happens when you use the money not for college? Now they tell us, oh, well, the money can be used for the second kid or the third kid. And that's an option. Absolutely. Right? But what if you can use the money for anything? Anything. Money for college, money for wedding, money for their first car, money to start a business, money when they get their kids, right? Anything. All of my nieces and nephews, the minute someone is pregnant and give birth to a bouncing baby boy or girl in my family bloodline, they call me right away. Odetta, we need another IUL. Aiden was just born. Odetta, we got an IUL for Aiden. He's 6 months old, right? So we're setting our kids up not only to have money for college, but to have money for a lifetime. A lifetime. Money for everything, right? Because if you're saving in the 529, it's restricted to only college. If they don't want to go to college, now there's a 10% penalty. Here it is. Withdrawal for any other reasons will be taxed as ordinary income, right? And there's a 10% penalty, which means you're going to have less. Because now you got to pay tax. And now you got to pay tax, 10%. And there's the penalty. So you're actually going to be losing or taking less money because you're using this money not for college. IUL, like I just mentioned, withdrawals can be used for anything. So I want you guys to start thinking, you're not only saving for college, but I'm showing you guys ways to set your kids up for a lifetime. Money for every major milestone. Yes, college is the first big thing. But after college, there's going to be other life-changing events. They're going to go off and become amazing individuals. They're going to go off and start great careers. They're going to go off and have jobs or own a business. They're going to go off and have their own family. You setting up an IUL for your child is the gift that keeps on giving. And by default, you're also building a legacy for not only them, but their kids. You cannot do that, my friends and my fellow colleagues, with a 529. It's rigid. It's only for college. But here's the big caveat, because I have plenty of clients, doctors, lawyers, FBI agents, and they tell me, Odetta, I'm good. I got a lot of money saving in the 529 for my kids. And I'm like, no. You got it in the wrong bucket. You got it in the wrong bucket. Here's the big caveat that gets you. Assets weigh against you towards FAFSA, scholarships, and grants. I opened this webinar by saying every school has money, especially the universities. They have money. In fact, that's how come they're trying to even get people to come to some of the schools. It's who's going to give you the most money. But if you show the school, and I probably should not be saying this because I am a professor, but I want to make sure that my kids are not only going to be walking away with no student loan, but also money for a lifetime, right? To go off and live their fabulous adult lives. I did not have this information. My parents didn't have this information. But now that I have it, I want to make sure that every kid in the world, well, I live in the U.S., every kid in the U.S., their parents know this information and can continue to save money, but save it smart. Because now, if you have money in a 529 or you have money in the bank, those are seen as assets. And because it is seen as asset, it is weighed against you. So now what we do is we factor in, okay, you got a 529, okay, you got 40 grand in there, you got money in the bank, 60 grand in there, and we're going to do our calculations and decide now how much money we're going to give you because you already got money. You already got money, so we're not going to give you any money. But here you are, right? You're going to have someone who's going to be one of my clients or my nieces and nephews. And when they're ready to go off to college, they're going to get free money, financial aid. They're also going to get scholarship because there's scholarships for everything, and grants, right? Because on paper, we don't have any assets to show or to disclose, right? When you have the money, we teach you how to hide the money, right? Smart. So 529, I mean, in my opinion, the only good thing about it is that people are saving, and I applaud you for saving money for your kids. But I want you guys to see that there are other options. There are other options. And the reason why most people do not know about these other options is because the bank will never tell you, and your financial advisor will also never tell you, because number one, they're not licensed. They don't have the license and the credentials to offer these IUL strategies. And secondly, if they tell you, what does that mean for them? They're going to make less money. They're not going to open that 529. They're not going to open that bank account. So educating you is not going to be in their best interest, right? So why would they tell you? On the other hand, I want to tell everybody this information. I want to tell everybody this information. Why? I want to help people, right? Now with the IUL, like I said, assets do not weigh against you. It does not weigh. It's not even a box to be checked off on the financial aid form. So all of you that have your scholars, The goal is to save smart, so you're not just only saving for college, but you're saving for their entire life. And the best part, because they are minors, you, the mom and dad, you, the parent, you, the grandparent, you guys are the owners of these accounts, which means you're in control. So if homeboy doesn't want to listen to you, or homegirl doesn't want to listen to you, she wants to go off and do her own thing, at the end of the day, it is your money. It is your money, right? So you're saving for them, you're protecting their life, you're saving in a vehicle where the money is guaranteed to grow, and you're never losing, which is peace of mind. You do not want to be saving, and then in 2030 or whatever year they're ready to go to college, you do not know. The uncertainty is what we take away. When you're saving money in an IUL, which, by the way, is not only for kids, but it's for everybody. I own 3 IULs. This is for adults. If you guys are saving money for your own retirement in a 529, not a 529, an IRA, 401k, 403b, 457, they all operate the same way. They all operate the same way. So this is just a glance. I wanted to share this information with you. I know we're pressed for time and I don't want to infringe on your agenda, but I will say, get in touch with us. Myself, I'm going to drop my contact info, or Miss Tappan, if you could drop my phone number. Get in touch with us so we could do a free complimentary analysis, see where you are, show you how you can apply. And I say apply because it's not free for all. Not everybody can get it. You have to apply for an IUL, and the company decides on, how they're going to approve the application. But it's not just that an application that you're saving for college, but like I said, the best part, this is the ultimate gift that keeps on giving. And you can open an IUL for a newborn as soon as they get their Social Security, 2 weeks old, all the way to, an adult like myself in their 40s, 50s, 30s who are saving for their retirement, right? And again, if you want a copy of this book, which I'm going to gift it for free, just text me and we'll ship it out to you. But more importantly, we're here to give information. Right after this Zoom at 8 o'clock, we're doing a webinar to the public. Tomorrow at 9, we're doing another webinar to the public. And again, our goal is financial education, because when you know better, you do better. 529 is good, but there are better options. And our goal is just to give you options. Now you know that, hey, this is what could happen to this 529. I am going to lose money, not if, but when. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. If you check your 529 statements, you've lost money this year. If you check your 529 statement last year, 2008, 2011, 2020, you've lost money. We don't want to lose money here, right? We don't want to lose money here. We want to make sure we're growing. It's guaranteed. And these kids can know that there's money waiting for them when they're ready to pay for college or whatever other endeavors they're going to embark on their adulthood life. So thank you guys so much for allowing me to share. And my phone number is 973-842-7927. Please, 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 I definitely encourage every one of you to have a conversation with us. See what's going on, especially for the kids. If you don't do it for you, do it for the kids, right? So they don't have to be bogged down with student loan because your paycheck.
Can you say the number again, please?
973-842-7927. And I'm going to put it in the chat, 973-842-7927. And yeah, if you just shoot me a text, we can schedule a free consultation one-on-one. And I can also shoot me a text, and I'll also send you out a copy of the book for free. Again, this book, the reason why, by the way, this is my fourth book. The reason why I wrote this book is this year, I went to 5 different public schools. And almost every teacher that I spoke with at those 5 different public schools, they all told me that they are saving in a 529. And I'm like, well, if the teachers are saying this, the parents are going to do it too. So no. And one of them said, why don't you write a book? Talk about this in your book, right? So the first half of the book, by the way, the book is twofold. The first half of the book is for kids, right? Teaching kids about money. And the second half of the book is for the parents, right? Me showing you how you can literally set your kids up to be millionaires. You cannot do that with a 529, right? So knowledge is power, but it has to be applied. So definitely let's have a one-on-one, set up a free consultation and show you better options of continuing to save for our scholars. So someday when I'm in a nursing home, some of your kids that are going to be doctors and lawyers, they can help me in my old age because I helped them parents set up these plans when they were young. So they had no student loan. They had fabulous lives. They had great jobs, great homes, great life because of the things we're doing now for them. We're putting them in positions to be millionaires in their adult life. So thank you guys so very much for allowing me to share this information with you. And if there's time, I can take questions. No questions?
I have a question.
Okay. Is that Miss Diane?
I have a question. Yes. With the IUL, is there any way you can lose money? How does it grow?
Okay, perfect question. No, you cannot lose money ever. This is a guaranteed contract with an insurance company, and we work with several different insurance companies. So at the end of the day, this is a contract, right? And in the contract, it states you have a guarantee floor. So your floor is 0.75. So even when the stock market drops, you're still going to make money, 0.75. Now, let me ask you this. Which bank are giving us 0.75? Which bank is giving us 0.75? The average bank is giving 0.06. So even if somebody tells me, well, Ludetta, I'm saving money, but like save the money here, right? This is why I said this is a plan not just only for kids, but for everybody, right? So it's a contract. It's a life insurance cash value contract that stipulates in the contract you have a guarantee floor of 0.75, which means even when the market is negative and you're going to lose money in your 401k, your IRA, your mutual funds, when you're losing money over there, you're still going to make money over here. Number one rule to Warren Buffett when it comes to investment is never lose money. Warren Buffett, Google him. And his number two rule to investment is remember rule number one, back to never lose money. But the reason why people are not doing this because of simply lack of financial education. We do not know what we do not know. This is why the rich get richer, because either they know the information or they have access to people who knows the information. And another reason why we do not know is, why would your mutual fund financial advisor tell you about this? If he tells you about this, you're not going to open a 529. If he tells you about this, you're not going to open an IRA. He's not going to tell you about this. And the bank also are not going to tell you about this because they want your money. But guess what? The banks are also putting money in cash value life insurance. They are the biggest holders of cash value life insurance. Why would the bank put their money there? Right? So no, you can never ever lose money. Your money is guaranteed and you have a contract that stipulates it's a 0.75 guarantee floor, which means worst case scenario, you're going to get 0.75. And our worst case scenario is better than what the banks are giving you. And in order for us to get 0.75, that means the stock market is negative and everybody else is losing money. So we sleep good at night here knowing that we're protecting families and we're putting kids in position to really know that their financial future is going to be certain rather than uncertain, because it's not about saving money, it's about saving money smart. You want to make sure your money is always growing versus it's growing today and you broke tomorrow. As in my second book, this is why you broke. A lot of people are growing money, but they don't know how to keep it. They don't know how to keep it. They don't know how to protect it. So we might be growing the money, but we could lose it next month. We could lose it next year. No, you want to grow your money and you want to guarantee your growth. And you could only do this with index strategies through a life insurance company. And by the way, not all life insurance company does this either, right? There's about 50 of them that does it. So someone said, can you transfer money from a 529 into an IUL? Absolutely not. But what you can do is stop funding the 529. You cannot transfer it. You could stop funding it, right? So my cousin who works for Kings County Hospital, when she got Aiden, her firstborn, she had a 529 for him. And when I sat down with her and I told her this is the deal, immediately she stopped funding her 529. 5 years later, right? Because she stopped funding her 529, it's not growing, which is fine. Because don't forget, she's going to have to disclose that 529 when Aiden is ready to go off to college. So we're not funding it because we don't want to make that account a lot of money, because we're going to have to show the school that money. So you want to stop funding the 529 and reposition that money into an IUL instead. So you don't fatten the cow for the government to slaughter it, right? Right now, what most of us are doing, we're fattening the cow, but we don't know how much meat we're going to get from the cow.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you mention that there's an application process for the IUL. What qualifies you for IUL?
Because there's life insurance involved, you got to be healthy.
Okay.
You got to be healthy. They look at your health. 90% of it is our health. And sad to say, I mean, I've got kids who, like, I have this little boy, like 4 years, every year, the mom keeps coming back to me. He's the only one that was not able to get an IUL because of health reasons. That's another reason why we want to protect our kids while they're young and they're healthy. Young and healthy, right? Because they look at your health. If our children are not healthy, that's a risk to the insurance company. I have a pastor, when I sat with him, actually I gifted him my second book that I wrote, If You Win Stack and You Drop In, and he read it and he called me. He's like, but Odetta, why would I put a life insurance on my kids? Like, that's morbid. I said, no, it's not. It's the type of insurance we're putting on your kids. The insurance is just a byproduct. Don't think about the insurance. Think about the benefits that you're getting, the guaranteed growth of your money, the certainty that you're never going to lose money. And yes, you are also protecting their life and their future and setting them up to be millionaires in the future. But at the end of the day, we're using an insurance product, an insurance vehicle, and insurance by nature takes on the risk. So they're going to make sure we're healthy. That's the main thing. They want to make sure you're healthy. So if your kids are healthy, this is the optimum time to apply, and it takes about 4 to 6 weeks. The company does not take any money until the kids are approved. And like I said, we're doing this for the kids, but you also can do this for yourself, because if you're saving money in an IRA, your 401k, your 403b, your 457, same thing is going to happen. You're going to lose money. Check your 401k statement, check your 403b, check your 457, check your TSP. We've all lost money, right? Someone says, can you transfer money from an MCU children fund to an IUL? So your MCU, that's a bank account. If you have a bank account, so you wouldn't transfer. So the way an IUL will work is once you get approved, they're going to link it to your bank account. So yes, every month they'll be drafting the money from your bank account. So if you have an MCU bank account, yes, the company will draft the money from your bank account. Yes,
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. So my question is, with a 529 account, there's certain tax benefits allotted to you at filing income tax. Are those tax benefits allotted to you with an IUL?
Yes, you are. Now, here's how they get us. They tell you if you put money in this 529, it helps you with your tax deduction. Now, same thing with an IUL. Before you put that money into your IUL, you got to pay tax on that money. So it's the same concept. And in fact, for some of you, if you're business owners, you could even tax write off your contributions in an IUL. Yeah. Or some of you, if you have business owners and you're hiring your kids, yeah, we got to talk. But yes, it is tax deductible. Yeah. So you're really not losing anything. You're gaining all around the way, right? And like I said, I mean, the two major thing is 529, you're going to lose money, right? You're going to lose money. 529, you're leaving money on the table, because now when you apply for financial aid, they see you got money. So why should we give you more? They're going to tell you, Go spend your money first, go pay for school, and then once it's exhausted, then come file financial aid. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. And like I said, just get in touch with me and set up a free consultation, and I'll be happy to also send all of you a copy of my latest book, Playground Millionaire. Thank you guys so much. And thank you, Nadish, for allowing me to share, and Miss Tapin.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night. Next month for our next PTO meeting.
Thank you.
20 p.m.
September 20th.
Happy, healthy Thanksgiving and join the